Hey everybody, it's Tanya here. Happy Sunday. Um, this is a combination of your weekly energy update and also your new moon in Pisces live intention setting session. Um, First up, how are you all feeling? Um, I know I've just been a bit all over the place this week since Mercury went retrograde in Pisces, and then we had the Sun enter Pisces as well midweek, and so we've had all these like extreme dreamy vibes going on, and it, I don't know. I've just been having these moments of absolute clarity, followed by fogginess, feeling really tired. But then when I go to bed at night, I'm like, bing, I'm wide awake for a few hours, or I'll sleep and wake up in the middle of the night, like my sleep's been a bit all over the place. Um, and yeah, just feeling a little bit odd and dreamy, and realized that I haven't really, done a lot of, letting people know that I was doing this Facebook Live tonight. But I think that's just that very dreamy Piscean energy, and basically what it is teaching us in this retrograde especially is to go within, and instead of just thinking with our heads, with our brains all the time, it's wanting us to dive deep into our intuition and into our hearts, and to really see what's in there, and just feeling like we know the answers, we have the answers inside of us, and getting us to tap into them so we can seed something new. Very exciting. So I'll first run through the charts. I've got them over on another screen, so I'll just be looking over here for a little bit. But basically, the new moon will be happening in the wee hours of the morning here in Australia at 2:32 a.m. So while we are sleeping. So we'll have the Sun and Moon conjunct in Pisces, obviously. Mercury is retrograde there, Neptune's in Pisces. So there's a lot of dreamy energy. There's also a lot of Capricorn energy happening, because obviously we still have Jupiter, Pluto, Saturn there, and Mars is there in the South Node. So it's kind of like Capricorn being the Earth sign. It's been where we started to plant some things, and then all this Piscean energy, it's bringing in some water and fertilizer to help it grow. So that's where the main lot of energy is. Uranus still in Taurus, still, making Mars change and do things differently. I've been saying all week in my Instagram posts that we can't act out of ego anymore. So we can't do things out of wanting to look good, just pure success for ourselves. We need to be acting of a place of service and what is actually going to help in the world, and what legacy we're leaving. So that's a lesson that we're learning, and that's what this Piscean season is teaching us. It's like, well, where have I been acting from a place of ego, and what can I do to step out of that? And, I'm still set your goals, still have things that you work towards, things that light you up and make you feel good. And it's that feeling. It's making you feel good, and if it's helping you serve other people, then yes, it's a goal to go towards. But if you're just going after something to look good in front of other people, or to say I have this great thing and move on, then you're going to come up against a lot of blocks and things won't flow for you. So just keep that in mind. Just a quick little run through the week before we actually get to our meditation. So the moon, once it leaves its new moon position, it'll head past Mercury later in the day, and so it's feeding into that emotional body. And you know, the new moons can be a bit of an introspective time as anyway. So yeah, if you're feeling a little bit emotional on throughout Monday, then it's fine. Just give yourself a rest. Give yourself what you need. But it's really helping you tap into feeling the things rather than thinking the things. We've also got on Monday Venus and Jupiter squaring. So Venus is in Aries still, and Jupiter in Capricorn. And make sure you don't overindulge on this day. Like, we could be feeling really expansive and really amazing and like we're invincible. But just be careful. It's kind of like going shopping and putting everything on your credit card. So just holding off and thinking like, do I really need that thing that I want to buy? And then go back for it when you can actually afford it. Like it's this energy. So don't, put things on your metaphysical credit card type of thing. Flowing through into Tuesday, things are still traveling well. The moon is still in Pisces, so we're still going to have some of that, that deep energy, feeling the effects of the new moon as the moon starts to get bigger. So the first little bit of the week, it's going to be a bit deep. Then we get to Wednesday when the moon conjuncts the south node. The Mars conjuncts the south node. And it's going to give us a burst of like, I can do this because I have these X, Y, Z skills that I've picked up before. So these are things that I can use to go forth and focus on your strengths. It's that moment of focusing on your strengths to help you move towards your future. And then at the same time, we've got Mercury and the Sun meeting up in Pisces. So obviously Mercury is going backwards, the Sun's going forwards. They're going to meet up for a bit of a date. The Sun is going to cleanse Mercury, and it might just burn off some of that dreamy energy that we've had going on. So it'll just help evaporate some of that excess stuff going on. And from Wednesday, we might start to feel a little clearer, a little bit more motivated, and we can actually start to get things done, which will be nice. Moving through the rest of the week, there's not too much really to note. That's probably like the biggest, strongest thing. On the weekend, the moon will move into Taurus, so we're going to feel a little bit more grounded emotionally. So that's a really nice feeling, like after a bit of an intense start to the week, we're going to be back on solid ground and start to feel like, okay, well, what can I do to actually stay grounded and stay really positive in my intentions. So yeah, as we get to the weekend, we'll be feeling that. So that's the week ahead. I must say, in talking about staying grounded, it's a very important thing to do all the time, but especially at this particular time. Walking barefoot on the earth can be really grounding. Any sort of exercise is great because it helps you get into your body. Meditation helps clear the mind. Cleaning can be really grounding. Like, there's nothing more grounding than scrubbing your toilet. So if you're feeling really unsettled and you're a bit dreamy and a bit unfocused, do some of those activities, because it can help you just get back to the here and now. And at the very least, you'll have a clean toilet and a clean house. So that's my recommendation to you. So speaking of meditation, let's just get a bit comfortable. You can sit or lie down, whatever works for you. And just close your eyes for me and take a few deep breaths. Now imagine that you have strong roots going from the base of your spine and the soles of your feet that go down into the earth, right into the center of the earth, into the core there. And they get really rooted and they're holding you strongly and they're holding you in a really grounded way. And then imagine that there is a beam of white light coming in from the top of your head. And as you breathe in, breathe that light down through your body and out through the base chakra, the base of your spine. And just keep pulling that energy through. And feel it, feeling your body starting to spread out. And the more you breathe in and the more it fills your body, the more at peace and ease you feel. And if you have any thoughts cropping up in your mind, just let them drift by, like when you're watching clouds. Just let the thoughts drift by, like little thought clouds. Let them go. Don't need to fixate on them or force them away, just watch them float away. And now I want you to focus on drawing the energy to your heart. And just ask yourself, how am I feeling right now? You don't have to have a reason for the way you're feeling. It just, whatever pops up is perfectly fine. And then ask your heart how it wants to feel. And see whether the two answers match or whether there is some sort of gap between them. And if the way you are feeling doesn't match the way you want to feel, ask yourself, what can I do to feel this way? What can I call into my life to help me feel the way I want to feel? What tasks do I need to do to feel the way I want to feel? What commitment do I have to make to myself to feel the way I want to feel? Now imagine this feeling spreading throughout your body. It could be a feeling of joy, it could be a feeling of freedom, it could be a feeling of love. whatever it is, whatever way you want to feel, just imagine it spreading throughout your body, through every cell and fiber of your being, into your fingertips, down to your toes, to all your internal organs pumping through your bloodstream. Just imagine that this feeling is radiating out through your body. And know that you can access this feeling at any time just by closing your eyes and dropping into your heart. Start to deepen your breathing. Start to wiggle your fingers and toes. Move your head around. Stretch your arms overhead. And when you're ready, slowly open your eyes. So I encourage you now to get your journal out and capture what came to you. Capture any thoughts, the feelings, and any intentions that arose from that, any commitments that you want to make to yourself. And just write for as long as you need to. And then drink some water and have a good rest. So enjoy this new moon in Pisces. It's really beautiful. It's a really creative time. We are all creators. We're all creating our own reality. And that's just, we create our reality through our thoughts and through our actions. So make sure that they are pure. And have a good week. I will see you again shortly.